Hi, am I audible?
Yep. Yes.
All right, let me share my screen. And finally, we are able to record this session using Zoom. So that is also good. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Kailash.
All right. So we already talked about indexing. So indexing was just to pick up the values from a specific location. But now indexing concept will be used in slicing and dicing. So what is slicing and dicing? Slicing is to just, it's a normal word, English word, to cut something into different parts or different pieces. So slicing and dicing is to cut the data into smaller chunks. It is a very similar to substr or substring function in SQL. If you would have worked in SQL, you must have an idea about it. We specify start position, end position, and step value, each separated by colon. Don't worry, I'm going to explain this in few of the examples. So again, I'm creating a variable by name, my name. Then let's focus here that I've written the variable name. For indexing, we just write it like this. So this will pick up the value from the first index. But for slicing and dicing, we have to mention the start position. So first value in the square bracket will be start position, which is 1, and then colon. Then you have to specify the end position. So from this location, it will start picking the keyword, sorry, alphabets in the string, and go up to sixth is the ending position. So this is the slicing index, sorry, slicing syntax that we're going to use. So it will start from 1. That means it will start from A and will go up to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So up to H it will go. But the catch here is, since it starts from 0, it will remove the sixth location and will output just ASHIS. Let's see the output. So it will remove the value at the ending location, and that is the catch here. So this is the start position, this is the end position. It will remove the value at the ending position since it starts from 0. Is this clear? Can anyone answer and put yourself on mute? The other ones, thanks. Um, is this concept clear to everyone? All right.
Yes, Krish.
All right. So I'm not going to answer the next question. So you guys have to maybe post in the chat or maybe speak up. So what would be the answer for this 1 colon 7? Because I want to interact with you guys. Till sixth position, like what would be the answer? I know till sixth position.
Well,
This is the 1 colon 7. What would be the answer?
yeah, yeah.
Maybe you can type in the
It will
chat.
be like the abundance stage.
Okay, great. So that is correct. And 9 colon 11. Okay, 9 and 10. Let's run this. So AK, which is this. GA is wrong. So you are sending, I think, next ones. All right. No, I think that is wrong. So GA is wrong and GA double K is also wrong. If you are answering for this question 9 colon 11, since it will start from this location, which is ninth, and it will go up to 11th, but it will skip out the ending position. So it will just answer AK. And next one is colon 4. So here in this example, we are not mentioning the starting position. We are just given the ending position. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these answers are wrong. Yes. So Chetan, now you are correct. Up to column 4, 4 alphabets will be printed. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Next is 1 column. What would be the answer? We have not given the ending position.
Does it take an entire name, excluding the 0th position?
Yes, that is correct. Perfect.
I have a question here.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, so when you have put colon and 4, it is taking till the fourth character, right? But
Uh-huh.
when you have put 1 and 6, it is not taking the sixth character. It is taking only up till the fifth character.
Here also it is not taking the fourth character. If I go up, so what is fourth? It starts from 0. So 0,
Okay.
1, 2, 3. It is not picking I, which is at fourth location, fourth index.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So 1 colon minus 5. Now you have to like maybe think about it. So just tell me the locations to up to which it will print. Maybe you can write it on your copy and pen and type it here. Because if you practice these, trust me, you're not going to fail anywhere throughout the Python sessions. AK, let me check. 1 colon minus 5, 1 colon. So it will go up to here. So this will be the answer. Let's check what is the answer for this. Chetan, I think that is wrong. So this will be the answer for 1 colon minus 5. Then let's check 4 colon minus 8. Let me go to Excel. Now you can maybe put 4 colon minus 8. This is very tricky, to be honest. That's why I explained you the concept, and then this is going to be trickier now onwards. So 4 colon minus 8. 4 and 5, that's right. No, Sunil, it will be IS because it takes the first position. Yes, now it is correct. Okay, next example is, let me just print that. Next is 4 colon minus 11.
Oh, hi Kashish, this is Anusha.
Yes,
Sorry,
Anusha.
I'm interrupting you
No problem.
in this tricky game. The thing is, where do we use it actually while writing programs? Do we need to specify this way or something? Where is the use of this kind of indexing? Because it's very tricky. So if we are
You
not
cannot
counting the thing and asking the
you
yeah,
cannot
please.
survive without this concept. To be honest, you cannot survive in while working on Python
Okay.
because this will be used
So
every.
can a real example where it is used?
It is used like I can. Real example are
in list, in numpys, in list
everywhere.
and
Like
numpys,
I
and
cannot
even in
even
data frames.
suppose there is a like Excel file in which we have a data. Suppose I want to take the data
Okay.
up to fourth row only. So then I will write colon 4. So we are giving
Mhm.
ending location up to 4. So it will start from 0th location of row. Then it will go up to fourth location. Sorry, third location.
Okay,
So it
I
will take
got
out
it.
the 4 rows. Similarly for columns, would give us the
Okay.
specify the location of the columns, and then it will fetch out. So it is used
Okay.
everywhere.
I got it. I
Yeah.
got it. Yeah.
Okay, now Chirag is
Thank you.
saying we may get error in case of 4 colon minus 11. That is wrong. Any other answers? We will not get any error. Although you are thinking like in correct ways, but it will not throw an error. Okay, let's try this one. This will that is wrong. So this will give out the blank result. empty string. That's okay. That was a like good guesses, but yes, we have to practice a lot. That's why I've taken so many examples of this concept. Next is 4 colon minus 3 colon 1. Now let me explain this first. So this is a start value, start position 4. This is the end position, which is minus 3. Then the last position is step value. Step value means how many values you want to jump. So it can be, so by default the step value is +1. So this is just considered as +1. It can be -1, it can be -2. So it totally depends how many values you want to jump. So what does it mean? So +1 means, if I go to Excel, so +1 means you are jumping from left to right, and I've written 1, so it will go to 0 from 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. But if I've written in this step value, I have written 2, which is +2. So from 0 it will go to 2, from 2 it will go to 4, then 6, 8, 10. If I've written 3, from 0 it will go to 3, 6, 9. I hope that is clear. But in case I have written -1 as step value, that means I want to take the jumps negatively from -1, and I've just written -1 as the step value. So it will go from -1 to -2, then -3, 4, 5, 6. I've written suppose -2, so it will go from -1 to -3, -3 to -5. It will take the jumps of 2. I hope that is clear. Now can anyone answer this one? 4 colon -3 colon 1. This is simple, since you have already answered the above ones. Let me just uh, 4 colon -3, which is this. It will exclude this, so this will be the answer. That is perfect, Sunil. Great. Next is, let me run this. Then 4 colon -3, then step value is 2. IGHK IHG and K. Yes, that's also right. So others please also answer, otherwise this will spoil the purpose, because I have taken so many examples so that everyone should be on same page. Okay, few more examples. 4 colon -3 colon -1. Let me go there. 4 colon -3 colon -1. This is a tricky one. No, Sunil, please try that again, because this is a tricky one. This is not the answer. Okay, let me tell the answer for this one. So what we are doing here, so 4 colon -3, and then we are saying that go negatively as -1. So 4 colon -3. So to go to -3, we have to go positively, right? Then only we can get an answer like this. But what I have written, that we should go -1, which means go from 4 negatively. Here, there is no ending position which is -3. So it will result out as empty. Let me run this. You can see it is resulting as empty string. Is this example clear? Otherwise, we can go back to Excel and see how it worked. I'm taking time in these examples because is 1 the default jump? Yes, 1 is default jump, +1 basically, not -1. So +1 is the default jump. If I don't, so as you can see in the upper examples, we haven't given any step value, which is the third argument for the slicing and dicing. That's why it has taken by default +1 as the step value. But here we have specifically mentioned that the step value is -1. So is this example clear to everyone? I can see some people who are not participating, but yes, I'm assuming that this concept is clear to everyone. Okay, let's proceed. One other example is 4 colon minus 13 colon -1. 4 colon minus 13. Let me copy this. 4 colon minus 13 colon -1. IHS, that is perfect. This is the answer, right? Then we have not given any arguments. We have just written single colon.
Complete name, yeah.
Yes, right. Then in this one,
Same, complete name.
right. And in this one,
Okay.
okay, this will also provide same
Yeah, it's a complete
complete.
name. Yeah.
So I hope with these much of examples, you are a bit clear about the concept, but I would still recommend to practice a lot, because this concept also, F string will not leave you anywhere in Python if you don't understand this. All right. Can anyone try this one? The last.
Will that give the name in reverse order?
Yes, it is going to reverse the string, as you can see. So now we learned how to reverse a string. That is right, Sunil. So let's learn one more thing now that is new for all of us. So now we are taking the input. This will be the last concept for today. Okay, so let's ask user to enter their name and give them result as their reverse name. So what we are doing, we are now asking the user to enter their name, and then we will print out the reverse name of theirs. So to take input from the user, we use input function. So what all function we have studied till now? Let's go back to the first session. We learned help function, then print, type, ID, and this is the fifth function that one more function was there. Format function was also there. Now this is the, I think, sixth function that we're going to study, which is input function. This basically helps us to take the input from the user on the screen. So I have written name, which is a variable name. Then I've written input function, and whatever we have studied in the print statement, like f string, slash an escape character, slash t escape character, and only slash escape character, and r keyword, which is used to make the complete text as raw text. All the concepts can be used inside the input function as well. So you can also use f string here, and maybe as per the requirement. But here I have just written enter your name, then colon space, and then what we are doing, I'm writing thanks for entering your name. Your reverse name is name, and then square brackets. So if I run this and let me write my name, you can see that what it is doing. So I have entered Kashish as my name. So as it prompted me to enter my name, so I printed the message, thanks for entering your name. Then your reverse name is name and then square brackets. So although answer is given in the next cell, but can anyone try what is wrong here in this print statement? Why the variable value is not coming here? It is just printing the name and the square brackets. What is wrong in this statement?
because we have not used the F key
You are not audible.
function. Yeah, hi Kashish, am I audible?
Yes, better.
Yeah, so it's because we have not used the F function over here.
Yes, F string is not there. So yes, Chirag, you are also right. No format function used. You can use that. And Sunil, you are also right. We can use comma. But as I said, that F string is the most optimized way to print a statement. So let's learn it from F string, and maybe you can try it yourself by using format function and using comma. That will also work. I'm not denying with that. So let's use F string and print this statement correctly. So using F string, how it will look like. So again, this is the statement. I've written F string, then the same statement that I've written, and to reverse a string, so that was also missing. No one answered that. So to reverse a string, we have to write colon -1. So this was the requirement. So to give them the reverse result. So by using this up to here, we are reversing the name that was given by the user. And using these curly braces and using F string, we are passing on the value of this variable. So let me run this. So you can see on the screen, it is asking me to enter my name. So let me enter my name. You can see my name has been reversed and it is given as the result in on my screen. So this is the very basic example that we have taken, and very soon we are going to like learn very new things and apply that in Python. I think this is okay. I think that's all for today. Okay, let me take just one more minute. So this will be last. As there was some confusion between mutable and immutable concept, let us now prove that strings are immutable. So as we discussed, numbers and strings are immutable, and numbers, strings, tuple, and sets are immutable. Only lists and dictionaries are mutable. So let us recall what is immutable. So immutable means we cannot alter or change the value of a existing variable. We can definitely override them, but we cannot alter them. So I've created a variable in Kashish. At third location, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, which means H. Suppose I want to replace H with S. So I can use indexing. So definitely at third location it is H. And to replace a value, we use the indexing syntax and equals to the value to which we want to like alter to. If I run this, you can see that there is an error. So string object doesn't support item assignment. What does it mean? It doesn't support item assignment. That means we cannot alter strings data type. And in other words, we can say that strings are immutable. So this is how we can prove that strings are immutable. Similar syntax we are going to try for tuples. That will also not work. For sets also, that will also not work. But for list and dictionary, this will definitely going to work. Same syntax. So strings are immutable, which is why they have thrown type error. If we would have done for same thing for mutable data types, it must have executed without any error. We will see this same execution with mutable data types later. I hope the above statement has cleared some of your doubts between mutable and immutable. But yes, it will be much clearer and 100% crystal clear when we go to list. So that's all for today. If there are any doubts, please go ahead and ask, maybe in chat or maybe you can speak up. Okay. So I think we can hang up if there are no more questions. So thanks guys for joining. Let's connect maybe someday in weekdays or maybe on next weekend.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Kashish.
Yeah,
Thanks everybody.
sure. Thanks,
Bye.
Kashish.
Thanks,
Bye.
Kashish.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.